systems check proceeding as follows. Ceiling 300 Alpha. All systems are go.
Bones are amazing things. They hold us up. They support us. They make us strong. But bones have other uses. In the past, bones were thrown by diviners, seeking out the mysteries of the future. Now the bones are cubes, made of plastic or resin, but they still reveal things to us. As they fall from our fingers and rattle across the table, the story becomes clear.
We don't know where we are, but we hear you.
Welcome to Bone Throwers Theater, an RPG actual play podcast.
Hello, and welcome back to Bone Throwers Theater. We are excited to start our new campaign, Wayfinders, The Age of Kama. This is Johnny, and I will be playing Trum, Likey, Flu.
This is Jeff, and I will be playing Kumu.
This is Jeremy, and I'll be playing Solgrin of Ash.
My name's Ellie, and I'm playing Kolohe.
Hello, and I am Jordan, and I am the Game Master. Now, we are missing Aaron today, but we are back. We're excited to get started. The world that we have created for the Age of Kama is a lot of fun. If you haven't listened to all of the lead up, the microscope, the fiasco, all that kind of stuff, I would highly recommend. But anyway, you all are on an away mission because the Wayfinders, they go out into the greater galaxy and they do good for the good of all.
And in fitting fashion, Jeff has worn a red shirt.
Yes. It's definitely red and black, just like the uniform. I'm going down.
Cool. Good to know. I'll be sure to add plus 10 to all of your target numbers.
Yes.
Now, Aaron's character is kind of your surrogate father figure. More for Kolohe than for Kumu.
It's sort of like an honor-bound connection with Kumu than it is an actual familial connection. Mm-hmm. He went out of his way to take care of us when our mother passed, so I feel the need to respect him, but I don't necessarily like him.
Right. So, he is on a much-needed vacation, Vireo. He's taken off. He's left you all behind. I'm sure, Kolohe, you're feeling a little torn up that you weren't able to go.
I am physically actually torn up. Yeah, my tail fell off.
Bum.
Your foliage is molting.
Stress.
So, he went on vacation, and it's been a few weeks, so you all have been continuing on with the jobs that you would normally be doing. And one of your activities has been you've had to make a medical run to a colony on the rings of a gas giant named Kolohe. And Kolohe is not in great shape. It was organized by some freeholders who just were not really thinking things through. They had probably been dirt-siders the majority of their lives, and, they just decided, you know what, we're going to go start our own little banana republic kind of thing. Got a lot of secondhand gear, a lot of things that just didn't really work well together, and they didn't really think through like the nutritional or medical side of things at all. So the actual like prefab buildings and everything like that, not the greatest condition. And then also everybody has been getting sick.
I feel like it was one of those bring food with them, not provide a way to grow food themselves sort of situation.
Right. That's a very good way of putting it. Like, they didn't bring any kind of seeds or like algae tanks or anything that normally would be brought. Fish farms. So they've been kind of starving. And ironically enough, one of the biggest issues that they've been having is scurvy. Plenty of sun, plenty of vitamin D out in space, not very much vitamin C.
They'll be okay. We'll make it.
Of course we'll make it. Isn't that right, Kolohe? We'll make it.
I suppose.
So are we just arriving at the colony, or have we been?
You've been there for a while.
Okay.
How large is this colony?
It's fairly small. It's probably about maybe 60 individuals total.
Wow.
At this point, mostly young, naive people who wanted to be industrialists, not actual researchers or explorers or people with any kind of practical skills. Just, we're going to go out, we're going to do the thing, it's going to be amazing.
They went out, they did the thing. It was not amazing.
It was a bit of a failure, actually.
So we brought medical supplies, you said?
Yep. There's a lot of medical supplies, but when you got there, you found out that there's a lot of work that needs to be done as well.
Yeah.
From like neglect or just incompetence?
Some neglect and some incompetence because of the rampant amount of illness. They just haven't been able to take care of what they could have taken care of beforehand. But they also, again, they didn't really put a lot of effort into purchasing things that were going to
Actually help them?
Yeah.
So do they have any type of farming tools?
You know what? It might not be a bad idea to look around and see if you can find something. Like maybe they have something in the holds, but everybody seems rather listless and...
Got 11 to look for farming equipment.
No, not really. You find maybe some shears, but those look like they might have been more for cutting through metal, not actual like plant shears.
Agriculture, yeah.
Yeah,
So they actually on the gas giant, or are they set up in the ring?
they're in the rings.
In the rings.
Are they like on land in the rings, or are they like on a ship in the ring?
They're on an asteroid,
Is there an atmosphere on this asteroid at all?
even or odd.
Even.
No, there is not. There's a dome on the asteroid. Actually, I think the rumor that I heard was that they actually purchased this from a failed company.
Oh, so the dome was in place, ready to be used for a legitimate purpose, and they're like, oh, there's a dome. We could live there.
Yeah. It might not have even been purchased. It might be a little bit more of a, 9/10 of the law kind of situation. So while you're looking for tools, you come across a major problem.
Okay.
There is what appears to be a major leak in the oxygen system. It looks like it's going to run out shortly after you all are scheduled to leave.
Oh.
When are we scheduled to leave?
Well, you were scheduled to leave in about 3 days.
3 days. All right.
So, under my skills, what would I roll to actually try to repair that?
You guys are technical skill.
Yeah, I figured that, but I have several boosts under my technical.
I would imagine that this would be more of a flight systems repair type of thing.
Okay. Yeah. Alright, I got a 14 for repair of this oxygen leak.
So now that you're trying to repair the oxygen leak, surprise, it's triggering a skills challenge.
Oh, fantastic.
All the way at the very first 10 minutes. Awesome.
Well, I wanted to get the game started.
I guess
Well, yeah, you gotta start on
I guess
a high
before
note.
I started repair, I radioed my crew, let them know what I found that I was attempting to repair.
Okay. So 14, not quite enough.
It needs to be a 15.
18's the target number.
Okay.
Fair enough.
This probably should be said now. Just in general, something about my species, the Barati. Don't ask them to do anything with technology.
Okay.
That's fair.
That is one of their disadvantages. They have what's called learning problems under technical. My technical skill is very low. Anyway, it's 1D plus 1. But I can't learn anything technology very easily. I have to add 6 character points to the original cost to actually increase in technical. And I have to use it and fail 3 times before I can do that.
That's harsh.
That's one of my disadvantages. The Barati the species is like they're not technical at all.
It's amazing that they know how to climb onto a spaceship.
No, that's agility and strength, which they've got lots of that.
Okay, so you rolled a 14.
Yes. Alright, well, how many character points did we start with?
The standard is
5.
5.
Okay. Well, I have a 14, I might as well spend a character point.
Sounds good.
17.
Oh.
Then another character point. 18!
Yay!
Wow.
On the dot. On the single pip.
You are down 1 success. You need 5, and everybody dies at 3 failures.
Everybody dies. Man!
Well,
Short campaign right here.
Wow. Everybody else,
The colony.
colony dies. The rest all skid on our
We were
ship.
playing Wayfinders, how it should have ended.
So time to roll for initiative.
Is it perception, like D6 adventure?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Did anybody get above 20 on their initiative?
What? 20 or above?
Just asking.
Got a 10.
Nice.
I got a 9.
8.
8. What's your perception?
3D.
3D. Roll off. 6.
5.
Kumu, Solgrin, and then
Trum.
Which makes sense because you started the whole thing off anyway. All right, so Kolohe.
Here.
Trum Likey Flu has alerted everybody to this oxygen leak that is going to be rather problematic and cause everybody to die. As a wayfinder, you are honor bound to make sure that people do not die.
Yes.
What were you doing when the news came in?
I may have been trying to hide the leak.
You may have been trying to hide the leak.
There may have been a certain cause to the leak.
Okay. Is there anything that you would like to share with the rest of the group?
My sister is clumsy.
I was stress shedding again. Let's just say my tail almost fell off and I tried to grab it and my claws kind of just, clumsy, yeah.
So now at this point, now that consequences have been discovered, what would you like to do?
Has it been stated what exactly the part that has been damaged is?
No. If you want to maybe do some research or something to like take a look at the part.
Oxygen stuff. I'm just kidding.
Now, were you stressed out because Vireo wasn't around?
Yes.
I'm always stressed when he's not around. But I'm trying to figure out, would it be investigating or searching or... Because I don't think in my frenzy I knew what part I exactly like damaged.
I would go ahead and say that would be an investigation.
Okay. 12.
That would not be a success.
Okay.
And you can leave it as is because you've got 1 out of 5 successes already. So
Okay.
Your turn, Kumu.
Ooh, Kumu. Kumu's gonna go get the sealing kit.
Okay.
Something to patch the hole with.
Now, is the sealing kit over on the Teuila?
Yes, on the Teuila.
Okay.
I do have agility,
Okay.
so agility would be running. I got 5D plus 2 in that.
So it sounds like yours is going to take a little bit more doing because, like, first action is getting to the ship. Or do you want to look and see if there's a kit on the colony?
I'm not gonna count on it.
I mean, you never know. Investigation roll might turn up something good.
I have much more agility than perception.
Okay.
With a 19.
Very good. You all now have 2 successes, 1 failure.
All right. So do we know what part, like, where's the leak coming from?
No, you do not.
Dang it. Can I just defer my turn since my character would not know what to do
He'd be like,
unless there was something specific? Hey, we need to solve this right here, right now. He can't do anything. That's one thing. I thought we would know where the leak was.
Okay.
Because my original thought was, if we knew where the leak was and say it was on the wall of the dome, what Solgrin was doing was actually moving walls in the, like, clinic. Because you said the pop-up structures were, like, not good. So he was just doing the grunt work and moving walls to where they should be. He was just going to take a wall and be like, over the hole.
Okay.
But we don't know where the leak is. So it's like,
All right.
I'm going to try and persuade the captain into allowing us to take these colonists into our cargo hold and take them off planet.
Okay.
It's not an 18, but 15. Not sure, why not?
Johnny's going to spend all his character points in the first episode.
There.
All right.
2 character points.
Yep. I'm down to 1 character point left.
Well, I hope that nothing important happens in the rest of the session.
Yeah, me too. So, yeah, I radioed the captain. Captain!
Yes?
There is a severe leak in the oxygen on this dome. And we need to save these colonists. We have plenty of room if we rearrange the cargo bay to fit them all. So I recommend that we take these colonists off planet, at least take them into the cargo hold and so we can get things fixed. If we can't get them fixed, they'll be all right there so we can leave.
Makes sense. Captain out.
Right? He can give you the order to rearrange the cargo hold.
So, is that how you would like to spend your turn now that...
Well, if it comes to Solgrin's knowledge.
The captain will go ahead and switch over to your channel and let you know.
All 60 of them?
Yes. That's what Trum Likey wants to do.
Ah, Trum. All right, rearranging the hold. Lifting! Yay! 5D plus 2. That's a 6.
Nice. That is not.
27.
I'm not sure I like this new wild die.
I like it. It rolled a 6 on my first roll in the campaign. I love it.
Today, Jeremy is trying out his new bullet D6.
Yep.
That might have worked. That might have succeeded. You might have been able to pick some stuff up and put it down.
Yep.
Now, like in terms of configuration, what is the end goal for 60 people? And are you just moving everything to the sides and then setting up some cots?
It's arranging the cargo crates, stacking them.
Smallest on bottom.
Yes. Stacking them 3 crates high, creating little alcoves along the perimeter of the thing so they can put cots. Suspend some cots in between, create a little...
Like little hammocks.
Bunk beds, basically.
We are now...
4 successes.
Yes, we are at 4 successes. Kolohe. You know, sometimes they say that honesty is the best policy. But I don't know if that's really Kolohe's style.
Let's change that con skill to a confession skill.
I could continue to try to figure out where it's coming from, but that's risky with just 3 dice because...
Except that you know where it's coming from.
Shut up, Kumu. What if it was some of the wiring?
Like maybe the hoses that connect
yes.
the tanks to the air recycle refreshers?
Yeah.
Yeah, it could definitely be something like that.
Since we're a type of lizard, we can regrow our limbs, no problem.
I would
Correct.
assume regrowth of limbs would not be an issue.
What if I was...
Put your finger in the hole, break it off, and just walk away.
I was going to say use some of my skin, because I'm no zoologist, but I'm trying to figure out if there's any species of lizard that can have some kind of sticky adhesive spit.
Ugh.
Sure, you can do that.
What would you do for that?
Yeah.
That's the thing about starting a new campaign. This actually makes you look at your character sheet.
Right.
You know?
Would it be self-medicine?
Yeah. Perception.
Or it could be a willpower type of thing where you I'm going to do this for the good of the people, and
Yeah. What's your willpower?
it's 5D.
Oh, do it. No, I'm serious. For your character, do it. And if you need to, drop character points on it. And so you can say that you fixed it before your brother even got back. So you didn't need him.
Wall ones.
Oh, a 6. Nice.
6 on your wild die. Looks like a 21.
20, yeah, 1.
Tanema?
Yeah, so your final success. Go ahead and describe this.
So, with my own 2 clawed hands, I rip off a piece of my leg meat. No, I'm just kidding. It's just some of my skin. I wrap it around the tubes that are flowing the air through the building, and I wrap it around, Kappa spit into it, and I slap it down, and then I act all cool.
Sounds good.
Daddy would be so proud.
A single tear would run down his beak. All right, we're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, we will continue on with our adventure.
Have you ever watched an absolutely terrible movie and thought to yourself, what were they thinking?
Because we sure have.
So much so that we named our podcast after it.
What were they thinking?
Starring me, Nathan.
And Brendan.
Every other week, we take a bad to questionable movie and unpack it, so you don't have to.
And then every other week, we A your cues with our mailbag.
Or, talk about whatever.
Yeah, no big whoop.
No big whoop at all. So that's What Were They Thinking?
You can catch us on Podbean, YouTube, iTunes, Google Play, Stitcher, and more.
Also, a ton of platforms that Brendan made up.
And we're back. So, you all are in this really awkward moment because you've like totally rearranged everything. You've got people on board for maybe an hour or so while everything was identified. I mean, Kumu, you were not able to get the kit back in time, really. Because all of a sudden your sister is like, oh, hey guys, I found the leak and I patched it myself, self-sacrificing and being so generous.
I'm gonna walk over there with the patch kit and be like, you are gross. And rip off the patch and seal it properly with the kit.
Aw, is it dark over there? Behind my shadow?
Can I give her one of mine? That was a burn!
You know what? I'll give her a black poker chip.
Oh, that was horseshit.
Wow.
Being used to such derogatory language, Kumu is going to ignore the comment like it never happened.
All right. You all are pretty much finished here. Everybody's got their medicine. Everybody's alive. I would imagine that the Teuila is able to generate its own oxygen through like hydroponics and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So you're able to actually like fill up the tanks of the Kalau colony so that they're able to actually have air. And you tell them things that they need to get.
Yes.
They complain about how they don't have enough credits for it.
Doesn't matter.
If you want to live, then you're going to need 1 food,
Sell
2
something.
oxygen, at least the basics, because they live in a very desolate area. And you all are now getting ready to leave. What do you all do in your off time on the ship, like when you're not taking care of your standard duties?
Flirt.
With what?
Anything.
Yikes.
No wonder Solgrin is so confused. So, Trum, you do spend a lot of time socializing with other crew members?
I spend a lot of time socializing and telling people about Epicura.
The
divine happiness.
The divine...
Epicura is the belief in divine happiness.
Gotcha.
And that all things will always work out for the best, and there's no point in looking down on things.
How well is your message typically received?
Depends on the day.
I would say, generally speaking, Solgrin agrees with that statement because he's kind of of the same mindset. So is that a Atua thing?
I think so.
Okay. Which is why Solgrin would agree with it.
Yeah.
Because the Barati are very into exalting the Atua.
Kumu, what are you typically doing when you're off duty?
Studying star charts, different planetary routes, trying to see the best angles to reach beyond known space.
Now, since the Star Singers are kind of the navigators of the Wayfinders,
Yeah.
have you been getting a lot of help from Vireo on that, or is that something that has been...
I don't get much help from either of my so-called family members. Yeah, you cry about it nightly.
Yeah, why am I your sister?
Well, so Vireo is actually one of the ship's Star Singers.
Yeah, but he's not here, so I feel free to talk with them without, not having a cloud of unwarranted disappointment.
Is that what you really feel from him?
From both of my family members, yes.
Do you talk to the ship's counselor at all?
Why would I need to?
Okay.
I know exactly how they feel, and I know exactly how I feel.
So this is a larger crew than just...
So the crew is not enormous. Probably 30 at the most. And so it's like an exploratory vessel. So small, nimble, agile, but still able to do things. So, how about you, Kolohe? What do you typically do when you're not on duty or busy being daddy's little girl?
Freak out and molt.
At least I have emotions. Probably annoying my brother Kumu, but mostly having to spend time with him. I'm also looking at the star charts.
Okay. And Solgrin.
Solgrin is trying to find sparring partners. He starts with the Animo.
Okay.
Since there is that bond between those two, not just species, but clans from the species. So.
All right. So we'll go ahead and say that Kumu and Kolohe, you two have finished up a session of training with the other Star Singers. It's really awkward when you're both there at the same time because of competing interests and everything like that. But when you get back to your quarters, you all have a message waiting for you.
What's this?
Hey guys, I'm over here at Cigna 9 on vacation. I ran into some of my old crew and it looks like I might be desperate need of some backup. Get here, real quick.
Dad needs us. We gotta go now.
I hear that. We gotta talk to the captain.
The captain.
Yeah, how else are we gonna get there? You can't fly.
Can't believe this. How is he gonna go on vacation without me? Whatever, let's just go see the captain.
Just so you're aware, Kumu is actually very amused by her discomfort at him being gone. He's very, pleased with himself that he doesn't care that he's gone, because he knows that in his heart, he's strong enough to lead without someone else showing the way.
I see your smirk. Even though I've chewed my claws down to nubs, don't forget my tongue is as sharp as they were.
So anyway, you all go to to try and explain it to the captain what's going on. Play the message for him. It's not very long. And he gives you permission to go find out what's going on.
Alright. So is the whole crew going, or are we just selecting team members to go with us?
You would probably be selecting team members.
Alright, so we need someone that we trust and someone that is good with mechanicals. I suggest that we ask Solgrin of Ash to go with us, and Trum Likey flew because he's pretty good with the technology on board these little boats we gotta use. Don't twitch your eye at me.
Of course you would choose your best friends. But even now, I can't argue with those choices.
That's why they're my friends, because they're the best.
Or more like a clutch.
Alright, Solgrin, we have a mission. It may require strength of arms and will. Will you fight with me?
Always. I fight always with the Animo.
Thank you.
Easy sell.
Yeah.
Trum.
Yes.
Captain has given us permission to go on a little side quest.
Ooh, where are we going?
We're going to Cigna 9.
Cigna 9. Isn't that where your father went?
Yeah, actually it is. That's why we're going. He seems to be in trouble.
Do we know anything about Cigna 9?
Go ahead and make a knowledge check.
Oh, great.
Trouble? That's not good. We can get him. We'll help him.
6.
12.
And you got a 13. Johnny, did you make a roll? 8?
I got a 6.
Well, you were busy looking at the outer edges of the known galaxy, trying to determine where you would want to go on your own adventures. So, already established worlds, maybe not your thing.
Not my forte.
But you all know Cigna 9. It's a very interesting world because it has the most minimal rings that have been discovered for a habitable planet. Because the rings act as a barrier reef that keeps major space debris from crashing into the planets and everything. They grow over time. So it's probably a rather young planet in the galactic scale of things since the rings are so minimal. But it also has some interesting exports. It's known specifically for tourism, and it's known for flying equipment because the biggest industry it's known for...
Shipyards?
No, gliding.
Gliding
Tourism, because they have these really cool canyons that you can sail through. There's also a lot of forestry, and it's actually just slightly less than 1G, so you can actually travel pretty far on just natural gliding. So a lot of avian species actually really enjoy going to Cigna 9 because it's a great spot for that kind of tourism.
For birding.
Being bird.
For birding. You're for birding.
Yeah. I assume it's not hard to find.
No, it's actually not too terribly far away from the Kalau colony.
Okay.
Only about 3-ish days away.
It's not far at all.
In the grand scheme of space, no.
No.
But one of the interesting things that you all know about is that it is very close to the Five Rings Coalition, the space that's controlled by the Five Rings Coalition. And the Five Rings Coalition has not been the friendliest with the Wayfinders in the past, so sometimes it's dicey going over that direction.
So we gotta run a stealth mission as well.
I mean, quasi-stealth. I mean, you're going there for
It's a tourist area, so.
So you all are going to load up one of the shuttles. What would you pack for an away mission to a planet like this, rather than like the Kalau colony?
Well, enough supplies to get there and back.
Weapons. Always weapons.
What are your favorite types of weapons?
Well, very fond of my blaster rifle. Although technically it's not a rifle. It's more described as a railgun, but for Barati, it's a rifle.
So what would you bring to a vacation spot, Kolohe?
Where people are gliding everywhere? A windbreaker?
Okay. How about you, Trum?
Well, of my personal gear, my feather preener.
Okay.
And plenty of food.
Sounds good. Are you going to pilot the...
Even if it's just the four of us, most likely.
Okay. Go ahead and make a piloting roll for me.
Actually,
Solgrin?
No, so we're the same for piloting, which is
2D
funny.
plus 1.
So do you guys want to...
Tag team it?
Tag team it, yeah, like...
Pilot, co-pilot.
Well, and also trade off during shift.
For the most part, it's you set the course and then go. It's just takeoff and landing is mostly the...
All right, Trum, you set the course. I will sit in the chair.
Okay.
Sounds about right.
Oh. Yes.
I love it.
All right, you lay in a course.
Is it the correct one?
It might extend you out a day or two. So that was to lay in the course.
Yes.
Would you like to take the first piloting run?
I guess so. 6! 3 in a row on this wild die. I'm loving it.
6.
So, yeah.
And another.
He piloted good.
23 to pilot.
You did very well. Well done. So, once you leave the Teuila and take off, you're traveling along, and you notice that you're a few degrees off of course for what you expect to go. So you're actually able to course correct.
Yay.
And it looks like you might not take quite as long to get there as you probably would have before. So what are you doing, Kumu and Kolohe?
I don't know, maybe I'm too anxious or worried to really do anything at this point because Dad has never left without me. So this is kind of a big deal. Without him, yeah, for sure. Without Kumu, yeah, plenty of times. A lot of times. He probably doesn't even know about, but that's neither here nor there.
That Kumu doesn't know about, or that Vireo doesn't know about?
Oh, definitely Kumu. It's not because we don't like him.
It's because they don't like me.
We like him.
They tolerate me.
Okay. So more just like kind of concern, like doing like the little things that would be done around the ship, just kind of trying to keep busy.
Keep busy, yeah, absolutely.
How about you, Kumu?
Kumu is going to go over fighting techniques in preparation for sparring with Solgrin when he's no longer piloting.
Kumu, not that I care about your like thoughts or opinions or whatever, but why do you think Dad went by himself, or why do you think he's there? Do you think that maybe he has like a friend that he's gonna bring back and like, or we have to meet somebody, or like, do you think he's in trouble? Like, I mean, I'm just curious what you think.
Where are you having this conversation?
You could do it in the cargo hold.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is that where you practice your training?
Yeah.
Is this a big shuttle?
No.
So this could be heard.
Oh yes.
Okay. All right.
Don't worry. We'll save him.
I'm not worried about him being saved. I'm worried that He's worried about being saved.
Wait. Who said he needs to be saved? He just asked us to come. Why are you guys saying he needs
You said he needs backup. That means he needs saving. Doesn't mean he's in danger. Just saving from one thing or another.
Maybe he just ordered a lot of food or something and he needs help eating it.
So he needs saving from lots of food.
In 3 days.
And we can help with that.
Look, I see that you're overly stressed about this. But look, he had a life before us. He had a crew before us. He had a family before us. It's not an odd thing that he would want to see old friends, old family. I know that we are his world now, but he did have a world before us. And you have to keep that in mind.
Oh my god, he has a second family. I heard everything you just said. I can't believe he has a second family. No, Dad would never.
That just means more family to have fun with.
If anything, we are the second family.
From the pilot's chair you hear, but in his time of need, he has called us. We should be honored.
Actually, he kind of just called me and my brother, but thanks for joining us.
And you have called us. So I am honored.
Me too.
Solgrin does have a point. He called us, not whoever you're thinking about, if they even exist. As far as you and I know, we are his family.
Okay. So what you're all saying is that...
You're still his favorite.
I knew it. Okay. All right. How long until we get there, Solgrin?
How long until we get there, GM?
3 days.
Still?
No, this is, I would imagine, 6 hours into the voyage.
Would you like to spar with me? I'll even let you win.
Let's find out what the dice say.
Is that what you're doing? Letting me? Okay.
Most days.
I would disagree.
Winner gets Solgrin.
All right.
Trum, take the seat.
Okay.
All right, sounds like we're going to do a bare knuckles brawl. Go ahead and make me an initiative roll.
11.
12.
All right, you're squaring up, you're circling around. You need a lot of extra space compared to Solgrin because, the length of your bodies.
Yep.
So go ahead and fight.
Brawling's happening. 5D. 1. 22, 24, 25. To begin grappling.
All right. 24. Plus 2, so 26.
25 and 26. Oh, okay. So, I'm imagining this is kind of you go to take a quick pop and you're hoping to, open strong.
Well, I was actually more going for a grab.
Oh, grab. Oh, like a wrestling.
I was gonna go for...
It sounds like you guys, lock arms and...
More of a wrestling move?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I guess you would push me back a little bit with...
Yeah, it sounds like you got...
A better angle.
And was able to push it back. No harm done. Nobody's, nothing decisive yet. So if you want to go ahead and take a roll. You got another 6 on your wild. What is it with you guys and your wild dice?
Okay.
I'm not doing hot.
Yours are doing better than they normally do, Jeff.
Yeah, you haven't rolled ones on it.
True.
33?
33? Okay.
And what are you doing? Continuing grappling maneuvers or...
Leg sweeps, tail sweeps.
Neck chops.
I think that would probably be outside of the limits of... But, this is the same person who started a major oxygen leak and didn't tell anybody.
Is it plausible to skirt around him, hook him around the neck, and then kick out his right leg backwards with my right foot?
It is possible, but it depends on how well he rolls.
That is not very good. Only a 15.
Yes, it is quite possible.
Is this you letting me win?
Of course. Every time.
Good job, brother.
Couldn't get in the way of your head even if I wanted to.
Sounds like you're trying to provoke.
Always.
I'm gonna release grasp and kick him in the back forward.
Okay.
Do I have to roll for that?
No, I don't. So you did so well that last time that you can go ahead and...
I'm gonna say, I released you because I actually want you to try if this is you not trying. Come at me. I dare you.
Sounds like she wants you to spend a character point or something.
No, I'm not doing that.
missed Johnny's sigh at his lack of character points.
Trum Like He Flew carried the skills challenge on his feathery shoulders, though.
Mm-hmm. I'm going to kick back at you with a tail grab.
Ooh. Oh, I just imagine that, like, grab around the neck with the tail and then mule kick while pulling him down.
21 plus
22.
22.
22? It doesn't sound like he went that hard. I guess you'll have to find out with another brawling roll.
Okay. Say that I landed in the opposite direction, feet towards him.
Tails grab and we kick each other's feet.
What powers activate?
My tail is gonna grab his left foot while my right foot kicks his other right foot out from under him.
That's what you're trying to do while he's kicking you?
Yes.
Okay. This is a very complicated grappling thing to imagine.
Because they're using tails and 6 appendages.
Yes.
This is like my 4th 6 on my wild die in a row.
Burn them all up, girl. Burn them all up.
32.
So we'll go ahead and say that she manages to
win.
To go ahead and soundly win.
What if we argue that because you are letting me win?
Yeah. That's mostly what his game plan was.
Calming you down by training you.
Yeah, calming you down by letting you relieve stress.
Care. You guys.
Of course I care. I want to lead you. I want to be the strong one, the leader. That's what his goal is to show you that he is strong enough to lead.
Okay.
He wants to show you that he's worthy of being your brother.
And with that, I think we're going to go ahead and end the episode. Thank you very much for listening. Thank you for listening to Bone Throwers Theater. Our cast is Aaron, Ellie, Jeff, Jeremy, Johnny, and Jordan. We are releasing this podcast under a Creative Commons Attribution, Non-Commercial, No Derivatives 3.0 Unported license. That means you can share the podcast, but please do not modify it or try to gain financially from it. If you would like to visit our website, you can do so at bonethrowerstheater.com. If you would like to send us an email, you can do so at bonethrowerstheater@gmail.com. Our Twitter handle is bonethrowerstheater. You can also look us up on Facebook and subscribe to our YouTube channel. And until next time, may the bones fall ever in your favor. This has been a Nerd Circle podcast production.